totally forgot they were coming.
Well, you remembered me.
Today I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I thought about that. Should I call her or not? Should I call her? And then I thought, well, one of my concerns is I want this to be someone's free choice. I don't want you to feel obligated to do it. You know.
Well, I did forget about yesterday. And then this morning, this other friend of mine called me up, and she said she'd be over in about a half an hour. So I hung the phone up and said, "Why is she coming over here?" And then I remembered. I said, "Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It's bad."
I started carrying around, and I need to get one for this year, the coming year. I started carrying around a calendar thing.
Yeah, a daily planner.
A daily planner.
Yes,
and
I
it's
had
in my
that
purse. And
when I was doing my chemo and everything. I had that because I had so many doctor's appointments, and on this day at this time,
blood
and
tests,
this one,
and then doctor's appointment.
Exactly.
Just,
it was like I couldn't remember where I was supposed to be and what I was doing.
Right.
I mean, the chemo was once every 3 weeks, but when I went into the radiation, that was every day.
Yeah, I did that too.
Except for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
But it was every day, and it was like you always had to work, work yourself around it. And then on the Tuesdays when I went in for chemo, I had to change my radiation time to a different time because they, it was, and I was always forgetting.
Now, based upon now your husband's insurance, if you were to get sick again with either breast cancer or with a
from what I understand, because I had insurance and then got his insurance, according to what Social Security says, Social Security says I have, it's either 60 or 90 days from the time my insurance lapses till I go into like my husband's insurance, right?
Right.
Where they have to cover pre-existing conditions.
For 60 days or for 90 days? I'm not sure.
It's either 60 or 90. I'm not sure either. I think it's 60. But now my insurance that I've got doesn't end until this month.
See, that's one of my big fears.
And his insurance, we got it started at the beginning of January. Now, if I go into the long term again, this is my second time around with the disability insurance from work. If I go into the long term again at the end of January, that's when I go into making my COBRA payments. And my COBRA payments this time around, if they pay half of it again, is going to be $400 and something a month.
Which is a lot considering how much disability is.
And his insurance is less than that. And I told him, I says, get your insurance and we'll go. Now, he just said that the government on their, what's that thing they do when they send you money back? Not a rebate,
the tax refund?
No, not tax refund, that's that boost thing. I can't remember what it's called. Right, I know what you're saying,
See,
my mind is just...
Mine too.
Just will not work. Well, anyways, he said he just read or found on the internet that the government says that if you're doing, if you're going into COBRA, because you can only do COBRA for 18 months.
Correct.
And he said that if you're going into COBRA and you can't afford it, they will pay half of it, of whatever it is.
So have they passed that now?
I don't know. My husband's telling me that, so I have to look into that now, because if my company pays half and the government pays the other half, I'll just stay with, well, I'm already on his insurance, so that you can't get off of that anyways, but I'll still have that.
Now, can his company, I mean, now that you're on his insurance, can they deny you?
No.
At all?
No.
So from now on, you're safe?
From now on, I'm safe, but they did tell me that, like at the Social Security office, do not let your insurance lapse because you're not insurable anymore.
Okay.
So that's why I'm still covered at work for my job, and we switched over to his, so I have no lapse there at all.
So you keep paying COBRA even though you're on his insurance now, right?
That'll happen at the end of this month.
Okay.
Or I don't have to pay the COBRA, I can let it slide and just do his insurance. It depends on, because why should I pay $400 and something a month if I'm on his insurance?
But you don't know yet whether or not they're going to...
well, my company will pay half of it for 6 months, which will leave me the $400 and something a month.